This was the vote about body cameras in November, Wilmington City Council.
Speaker, please. Come to the podium, identify yourself. Ask you to keep your comments to 3 minutes.
I don't know if I had any trust in the first place for this city, for this police department, definitely for the FOP who's not here right now. The officers that murdered Ricardo Hilton August 30th are working again. They're supposed to be investigated. There's supposed to be an active investigation, but these people are working again right now. The investigation didn't happen, isn't happening. For that man to just get up here and say that he lost his trust, I don't know if that makes you feel good. For me to not have any, I feel like you already know why. The new Wilmington Police Academy class must be majority black, not diverse, because right now blacks are the minority on the police department, but we're the majority in our community. White officers were the ones that murdered Jeremy McDowell in a wheelchair. That was before you got here, Chief Tracy. Back then you were in Chicago, part of the Laquan McDonald cover-up of that tape, that police camera video of that man who was murdered by the police, shot in his back. You were in Chicago at that time. Ricardo Hilton's fiance, Jamaican-born Ricardo Hilton, who worked down at the docks with me, who was murdered on August 30th, told me to make sure that I let you guys know that this needs to be something that's implemented soon. She just wanted for you guys to do this fast. That's all she wanted, for me to let you guys know. The baby was 5 months when his dad was taken. He's 8 months now. I'm a member of a union. I'm a member of the ILA. I don't speak for the
30
ILA.
seconds, please.
Ricardo Hilton was a longshoreman as well. The FOP should be here, or somebody that is speaking for the FOP should be here. These two women that work for the mayor's office, I don't know why they're here, but Chief Tracy, you say that you wanted this.
10 seconds, please.
You said that the mayor wanted this. I'm not surprised. I never trusted you.
I just want to make one brief comment. I've been around city government for over 30 years. I think
March 1. So I implore my colleagues to go back, rethink of whether or not they want a full program or a phase-in program or something. But hey, let's come back next month and let's vote on a budget amendment to include whatever you decided to include in it. But let's move forward with this program. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Congo, please keep it brief.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Just on a phased-in program, it won't work because last Thursday, I think that we approved for a grant for the police department. I think it was like $400,000 for overtime to help fight crime. And some of those officers who would be working overtime fighting crime wouldn't necessarily be wearing body cameras if we phase it in. I just wanted to make that point clear. Thank you.
Okay. Though none of us are happy, this issue with the police, with the FOP came in front of us, and I just don't think we can ignore that. I think we need more time on this, but I will accept the motion, move ordinance 19044, constituting amendment number 1, the fiscal year 2020 operating budget, being an ordinance to amend substitute number 1 to ordinance number 19-03, out of this committee into the council for a vote.
I'll move it.
Second.
It's moved and second on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? No.
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 I don't think it's ready.
Yeah. So this will stay in committee. I'm assuming, being that we haven't allocated the money, we can't approve a contract.
That's correct.
So we're going to also hold 19045 in committee.
Can I ask what the vote was?
Excuse me?
What was the vote?
3-2.
Thank you.
And Mr. Chair, please. Mr. Chair,
Yes, Mr. Conlon.
I would just like to let the public know that I'm not a voting member, so that's why I couldn't vote.
That's fine, sir.
All right, thank you.
And I believe that as a housekeeping matter, we can put this serious negotiation going to have to be done with the FOP. This has to get put on, I guess, next month's public safety agenda. It's up to the sponsor, but I would like it on next month's agenda with some reworked numbers.
I would like it to be another joint meeting. Next month for it to be another joint meeting, not just on the Public Safety Committee? A joint
Well, it's
meeting
in
of
the joint. It was in both committees. It was in both
But
committees.
you were saying
But it's
next.
being held in both committees.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Excuse me, before we move on, just clarify with Council Grace that we will have our joint meeting in December?
well, I'm not
Is that
saying,
my
I'm not
understanding?
saying we have a date yet or anything else, but this has been kept in both committees. So at some point, we have to have another joint committee.
The next meeting.
I'm not committing to that right now. Let me see. Were you going to do that?
May I ask who's going to call the next meeting now? Who has the responsibility?
I will speak with the chair and the co-chair.
Thank you.
So, item number 3 on the agenda, I believe we're skipping.
Right.
Okay. And